Aloha y'all, and welcome back to the Party Chat Podcast, episode 086. We've got another packed show for you today as we cover all the latest gaming news, including Nintendo Switch Online, releases, including Wipeout, previews of some of the cool stuff coming soon to the channel, and the final of our E3 previews as we look at Microsoft. I will be your host for the show, the totally not evil Slazo. Squiggy is a guy, who knows. But I couldn't do this alone, so tag team with me today is everyone's heroine, Laura. How you doing, gal?
Everyone's heroine. If I'm responsible for saving you people, you're in danger, but that's a different thing.
If you have alternate descriptions I can use for Laura, please tweet them. Because
I wish I hadn't opened that up. That just seems like I'm asking for trouble now. Not the point. I'm fine, Slazo. I'm great. I'm ready to talk some gaming. Yeah, gaming.
Ready to talk some gaming. Let's get straight into it then by talking about what we played. And I've heard on the grapevine, Laura, a rumour that you have played a video game this week.
I've played 2 video games, technically.
Wow.
Well, you told me to play Magikarp or whatever. On my phone.
Have you?
And I played that. I have. I haven't played as much as I probably should, but I feel like I lost like 3 hours to it in the sun. And I felt like I shouldn't touch it again for another day. And then I went back to it the other day and I was like, yay, my Magikarp got retired or whatever. So got a new one. But yeah, it's fun. It's just a fun, addictive game. But I have been playing a more conventional game in the sense that after last week's podcast, when we were talking about Bethesda, it was a week before, we were talking about Bethesda and Wolfenstein.
Yes.
And I was kind of like, I had Old Blood still to play, the prequel to New Order, which I love.
I remember specifically in that podcast, you looked at your shelf and went, "Wait a minute."
Yeah, I forgot that I still had the prequel still to play. I mean, I really love New Order, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to go play Old Blood. And that I did, Slazo. I think I'm near the end of the story, just in time for Bethesda to announce a new one at E3, hopefully. Yeah. Hashtag timing. It's a fun game. Yeah, I mean, it's not as good as New Order, obviously, because obviously this was just done as like it's the same sort of engine and everything as New Order. Like, there's nothing, it's not like the next one in the series, it's just a prequel to satisfy fans of why you wait for the next thing. It's just a fun little story. It's fun gameplay. Enjoyed everything I liked about New Order. I'm thinking there was a couple of bits that I think I even texted you to be like, don't play this game.
Yeah, because, I did get that message.
Yeah, because I like Killzone Shadowfall. Insert booze here. And it's like, you moaned about the level that I loved, which is you kind of, gives you no direction, and you kind of find your way around by yourself. There was a level in Wolfenstein that was like that, and I was kind of like, yeah, okay, maybe.
It depends on how well, like, you do level geography and, like, signposting and all that. It didn't help that was, like, Killzone's second level, and you've not learned any, like, you've literally just done the tutorial, and it goes, here, sit in this giant open area where there's no real guide of where to go next. It's like, oh. Okay. Oh, why are there alarms going? I'm dead.
I love the idea
that level.
Oh, I'm dead.
I'm pretty sure I had to like stream myself that level and have you in my ear going, right, go here, go there.
We did that, and also I went back and there's a trophy for doing it on hard with no detections and stuff like that. I did that trophy because I love that level so much, to show the opposite in views on that level.
Yeah, fair.
But yeah, Wolfenstein. Have you been playing anything, Slazo?
I have played a couple of games. I got a chance to play the ARMS Global Test Punch, give that a swing, and that's. I mean, you'll see more about that in Saturday Morning Switch, which I'll plug in a little bit. But yeah, I had some good fun playing that. I don't know if I'm going to buy it yet, but certainly, like, you can see how different it is to other fighting games and how there's nothing really quite like it. Like, it's kind of like what if Wii Sports Boxing was taken to like an infinitely new degree. I
like the idea that
or like Punch Out maybe or something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
It's interesting, but yeah, I'll get to that when I talk plugs. More notably this week, I finally got around to trying Yooka-Laylee, a game I backed on Kickstarter a few years ago. I was in the mood to try a 3D platformer, and what better than the latest thing from some of the X-Rare guys? As it turned out, anything would have been better than playing Yooka-Laylee.
Wow.
Okay, that's a bit harsh. There are some games I would rather not play. But,
Wolfenstein. Joke.
No, Wolfenstein isn't one of them. But yeah, I don't know. Like, and nothing felt finished in that game. Like, it didn't control great. The camera wasn't great. The dialogue was a bit bleh. The levels looked a bit bleh. It felt very kind of stilted in going through the motions of, we need to replicate Banjo-Kazooie, but we forgot everything that made Banjo-Kazooie great. Like,
wow,
I'd rather just play Banjo-Kazooie again. Because it feels like it was smoother and it was more refined. Whereas Yooka-Laylee is just...
there. I get that. And also there's a lot of expectations. You've waited so long for this game, you've kickstarted it.
Yeah.
You're gonna be a little bit like...
I mean, you were in the party when I was playing it, Laura.
I was. It was an experience.
I was pretty mad. Oh dear. Yeah. So if you want my recommendation, kids, don't play Yooka-Laylee. It's not a good game. Maybe it gets better, but I don't know if I can be bothered to find that out. But let's transition from those bad times into the news, and starting off with some sad news actually. The PlayStation 3, after just over 10 years of service, is ending production. Originally coming out in 2006, it's lasted all the way till 2017, selling over 80 million units, which I think means it does ultimately rank third in the last generation, if I remember. Just behind the 360, and then obviously both of them are way behind the Wii.
Well, I mean, to be fair, that's kind of impressive because it got off to such a slow start
really,
because of its price point. So to put stats like that out there, it really does show how it doesn't
really...
matter how you launch, it's how you finish.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It spent like quite a few years behind the Xbox because the 360 got all the exclusives and everything, and then like in the last year or two, finally hit its stride with games like The Last of Us. And that because Last of Us was like timed as like the finals thing before you really moved over to the PS4 and we're looking at the PS4, and it kind of really benefited it because you could pick up the PS3 cheap, or you literally I think it was like a few months to Christmas before Last of Us come out, or Last of Us come out and then it was Christmas. I can't remember which way it got. I got it for Christmas, and it was cheap. It was a good thing to have, and I've got through a lot of the backlog ready to get into some PlayStation series that I have missed, like Uncharted. I know they ended up doing the remaster, but I was already ready to go way before in advance. But that was kind of like the fact they came down to a reasonable price, because I don't know about you, but the PS3, I was never put off by the fact it was Sony. £425 at launch.
Yeah, I was never put off by its game lineup, its exclusive franchises. It always had the third party support as well. I was never put off by that. I was just put off by that one big
price
hurdle, especially when I had the Xbox over there going, look, Laura, Gears might be for you. Look at the chainsaw. Ooh, chainsaws. So, and with the fact the third party were always quite equal between the two, I'm going to pick the cheaper option.
Well, I mean, like, Microsoft had the edge in third party at the start.
Yeah, only a slight edge though, but it wasn't enough that I would have said I've picked this console for third party, if that makes sense. It's not like when you look at a Nintendo console and you're like, do I get the Xbox or the... Like, you know what I mean? I'm choosing to miss out on the third party if I go Nintendo in some ways.
Yeah.
Or the same levels.
I completely understand that.
Yeah. But with Sony and Xbox, it's like maybe, a game or two different. I'm like, or especially with... It's more so with that, it was just a game or two different, and now it's more... Both have the same games on PS4 and Xbox One, it's just timed exclusive, like who gets it first. So... Yeah. It's different. New time. But yeah, PS3, great times, good memories. R.I.P.
Good memories. Do you want to just name a memory? One memory to commemorate it?
Well, to be fair, my favourite memory is probably Last of Us, just because it was like like I've done this whole not game for a bit consistently.
Yes.
It was Last of Us I got, and I was like, everyone's hyping it. It sounds good. Not sure if it's for me though, because you never know when a game comes out this hype whether it's actually, you know what I mean? You're kind of like, okay, but I basically played it, and then basically it was like the first game in ages that I really felt intoxicated by its story and enticed to play more. I had that just finished a chapter, but I want to do another chapter feeling, rather than I'm just playing it to actually just tick it off and be finished.
Yeah.
Which I do get that feeling with a lot of games. But Last of Us, like, really had that feeling like I must keep playing because I need to know what happens next. And that was like the first time in ages I had that, and obviously that's a credit to the PS3 last. Stuff like that. And also, I have to say that you heard me playing this. The only other thing I have with the PS3 is I do really remember enjoying playing Far Cry Blood Dragon, because I got it for free on PS Plus. I really did enjoy that experience of playing Far Cry Blood Dragon. Not an exclusive experience, but just saying. Yeah, what about you? Can you top that?
What about... I don't think I can top that. I mean... I think I just really enjoyed, because it was Little Big Planet that eventually made me get a PS3, and I just really... Even if I never became master level designer or anything like that, like Little Big Planet really kind of opened my eyes for kind of things you could do with gaming in another way.
That's true. Fair. That's also reminded me of Little Big Planet karting that I got the platinum on. I had to leave my console on with the elastic band around my joystick.
That old trick. Yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah, because I was not going to put 50 hours into the crate mode or whatever it frickin' was. And then the other thing was I actually had to go on like True Trophies. Shout out to that excellent website, because you had to have a co-op partner for one of the bits or something like that. I actually made a friend playing Little Big Planet karting.
Oh.
They're still on my Skype. So
there you go.
Shout out.
Sony making friends. So
yes.
yeah. Thank you PS3 for all the fun memories. We will miss you. Kind of.
I still have you. I won't miss you. You're downstairs. So.
I'll miss you, but not in a physical space sense, because I have the original PS3, and man, that thing is a brick.
Oh, I have a Slim. Beautiful Slim.
Yeah, but
which I can
yours
relive
has an
Heavy
ugly
Rain
top.
on.
Yours has an ugly top. Yeah, you can relive Heavy Rain if you wanted to make it want to kill itself. So let's move on to more Sony news. PlayStation Plus for June. We now know what the lineup is. It's actually quite well spearheaded for once. So the PlayStation 4 offerings are Killing Floor 2, which is kind of a zombie horde defense game, which I've heard many positive things about from my friends who've played it on PC. And some other little game that I don't know if people have heard of it, called Life is Strange.
Nope, never heard of it.
Never heard of it, but I'm pretty sure it was the best game of 2015. So...
Didn't play it till 2016, can't agree.
What a fool. I mean...
Yeah.
I'm gonna ignore that. I mean, like... It's actually been quite good for, like... If you have a PS4, this month you're getting Life is Strange. I think last month or the month before you got Tales from the Borderlands. Like, those are the two big narrative games of recent times, and they're both on PS Plus.
It was the same year, weren't they? Because
they were. They pretty much came out
Borderlands.
Almost side by side, and like we were pretty much butting heads over which one we thought was better.
Yeah, and I like Life is Strange. I do. But there's elements of Tales of the Borderland I like, so I was kind of like, look, I'm just happy to have both, guys. I'm just...
Well, I was a vehement defender. I have freely admit it.
You have such an anti-Telltale view, which was probably the issue. When you're like, it's basically you were like, this game is Life Strange.
No. It's not that I have anti-Telltale. I respect what they've done. I'm anti-Borderlands, so by default.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think I was with you with Game 1 because I didn't get into Borderlands 1, and I was like, I don't understand these people. And then Borderlands 2 I kind of fell in love with, and then I got the pre-sequel still to do, and then it's horrible. It's literally, I kind of don't blame you for not being in love with Borderlands, because at least it's another game you have to pick up, and the hype is not real.
Righto. But yeah, so alongside those two, for PS3 you can get Abyss Odyssey, a game I've never heard of. And
I just heard the word Odyssey and I was like, no, it's not that one.
It's not Abe's Odyssey, no.
No.
And then WRC 5, the Rally Classic game for PS3, which I've been told is pretty good as WRC games go.
I mean, if you're into RC games, you seem to have a lot of choice in the market. It's like it's all...
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's like the year of the RC, but no one really wants it to be the year of the RC, so they're not making a splash, they just exist.
I was going to say, Rally games doing well, as we will come back to later in the show. But, and also, if you've got the Vita, congratulations, you've got two games I've never heard of. Spike Median and Neon Chrome will be your offerings. Presumably they're alright, they're probably indies. That's what the Vita tends to get at this point in its life. But the other interesting PS Plus news is if you haven't subscribed to PS Plus, if you're a new subscriber, a 12-month PS Plus subscription will get you Star Wars Battlefront Ultimate Edition, which has all the DLC packs.
Right, which is just rude because they know I haven't got PS Plus, and I thought, oh, maybe it'd be another get. No, just Star Wars. I have Star Wars Battlefront. I mean, I don't have all the other stuff, but I don't want all the other stuff because number 2's coming out. So
I mean, boo-hoo for you, but like,
I know. Yeah,
it seems a bit, especially if you've been like paying for years, and now it's like, oh yeah, well, if you're new,
it's an incentive to join. Yeah,
it's an incentive to join, but it's a bit of a slap in the face to people who've been around for a while. And it's like, here's like a game that outranks a lot of what's been offered this year.
Yeah,
you
but
can't get it.
I guess the answer is quantity over quality in some regards. Like your constant subscription to PS Plus has got you like a library.
Yeah, don't get me wrong.
That people have missed out on. That's like, at least you can argue that. It's not like a magazine subscription where...
I mean, like...
I can't even argue that.
I wouldn't say it in the case of this month, because life's strange, but there are some months where I would have happily traded the 6 games for one game of that level, like Star Wars.
Yeah, I get that. I'm just saying there's like... I guess you could argue it either way. If there's been any game you particularly loved on PS Plus, there might be several, if you know what I mean, for others.
Life is Strange.
Stop saying Life is Strange. Get it, you love it.
You're not gonna like a later news story.
Oh god, I know what news story is. Yeah, carry on.
I shall. So, but if you've got money, if you're like thinking of netting a new PS Plus subscription, why not also, while you're at it, pick yourself up a new PS4, a gold PS4. Yep.
Ooh.
Yep. You can get a gold PS4 Slim, so not Pro. This will apparently be going on sale June 9th, which is, I think, as we record as this goes live next Monday, I believe. But it's not been officially confirmed, but it's as good as, because there are screenshots of it. There are pictures of it in the wild, and so it seems all but confirmed. So, bit of a weird timing if it comes out just before E3, and there's nothing from Sony yet. But would you be interested in the gold PS4? I don't think they've done this before. They do their silver ones, but...
No, I got a PS4, so I don't need another PS4. I don't even play my current one. It'd be a bit weird. I was like, ooh, gold. And also, I don't know why. The gold controller, I just don't like gold consoles. I feel like it's a little bit tacky. If it was like real gold, which
I'd buy
would be
a gold controller. I'm fine with a gold console. I'm with you.
I just feel it's all a bit tacky. You know, like how people get custom made one. I mean, really rich people, they get like real gold or really like gold plated,
actual 24 karat.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, like okay, like that's like showing off your wealth. Like if I had the money, sure, why not? Yeah, but when you're just getting like a gold coloured one, it's not really the same.
Oh dear. So yeah. Me and Laura won't be buying that, but expect screenshots on Squiggy's Twitter.
Hey, Ellie's Instagram, different angles.
Yep. But so let's move away from Sony. Let's move on to Nintendo, who earlier today, as we record this, decided to detail Nintendo Switch Online a bit more ahead of E3. So we now know it will be launching in 2018 instead of full 2017. It was previously predicted. The lower price point, which everyone was hoping for, is true. It's priced at, in euros this is, $3.99 a month, $7.99 a quarter, $19.99 a year. Other currencies will be announced closer to release. A subscription nets you access to online gameplay. It gets you access to their lobby and voice chat application. I don't know why you want to use that, but whatever. You get eShop deals and the classic game selection, which has also been revamped. So previously they were pretty much saying it was going to be you get one game for 1 month, and next month it's another game, and that other one goes away. But now it sounds more like it's going to be a Netflix-style library of Nintendo's retro titles. So they showcase Dr. Mario, Balloon Fight, and Super Mario Bros. 3, and these will also have added online functionality, so you can actually play Dr. Mario against people online, which is kind of cool, certainly. I mean,
it kind of is. I'm not against this. The price point is the nicest news about this.
Yeah,
really.
I'm less on the fence about it than I was previously, but I'm still not 100% sold, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get you. I mean, I think it all comes down to lineup to go with it. Like it could be the greatest service in the world, but if you don't have the games to make the most of it, then what's the point?
Well, I mean, the online multiplayer will probably be enough of the enticement for some, considering by that point you will have ARMS, you will have Splatoon, you will have, there's a bunch of other stuff like Bomb Man and Puyo Puyo Tetris and stuff, and these games will have had updates for like half a year or so. So,
There is that. So it'd be a better place to launch it, a better time. Like you should have it all in the bag, ready to make people go. Yeah,
and just in time to get money off people when they buy it for Christmas and their Mario game.
Oh,
which will of course
touche.
be at E3. So
will it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't think we'll hear anything more about this in E3. And to be honest, now that they've announced this, now I don't even know if we'll hear Virtual Console at E3. But I guess we'll see. There's exciting times ahead for Nintendo. So let's move on then to some game announcements. Tokyo RPG Factory, yes, you can tell I'm hosting the podcast, have announced a new RPG called Lost Sphere. So,
have they?
Yeah, and it's
I've been waiting for this news for a while.
How do you spell sphere, Laura?
I'm gonna guess it's not the way you spell it.
It's not the way,
yeah. S-P-H-E-R-E.
Yeah, it's not that one. No. So, you saw through my ruse. Yeah.
I know. When you said it, I was like, well, he either thinks I'm really thick and can't spell, which is a simple word, or it's not spelled the way it's meant to be. And I was like, it's got to be that. You wouldn't do that to me.
It worked on multiple levels, and she saw through them all. But yeah, it's Spear with a H in it for some reason. But yeah, they were the makers of I Am Setsuna, which came out last year, I believe. It will be coming to PC, PS4, and the Switch in early 2018. Yeah, will be a limited physical run, but otherwise it will be a digital game, just like I Am Setsuna. I mean, I've not had a chance to play Setsuna yet, which really makes me feel bad because I kind of want to. But I remember that game reviewed actually pretty well, so I'm kind of interested like this. Like, they made a game kind of like Chrono Trigger in some ways. So if they keep improving upon that, sky's the limit for these guys, I think.
I'm fair. I think that's a cool thing to be interested in. If that's your sort of game, it seems like they're probably going to deliver. So
yeah. So let's move on though to a game that's definitely my sort of game. The Life is Strange news. We have, I believe, a double dose of news. I can't remember if we talked about the other one last week or not. But first things first, sequel by Dontnod. So frick yeah. Give me more Life is Strange. Presumably it'll be a different place, different characters, but same mechanics, I'm assuming. Because there's not much more you can really do with Max and Chloe.
Spoilers, or not. Jokes.
I mean,
but yeah, they have to go completely
really.
off. They have to go completely another way with it. Cause...
Yeah, just there'll be a blue butterfly, and it will take Laura 10 minutes to get what I think. But the weirder one is, by the looks of it, from some screenshots that have leaked, there's going to be a prequel. And this is not being done by Dontnod. This is being done by Deck 9, who used to be Idle Minds, who have rebranded themselves now for Narrative Games. In the screenshots we've been seeing, I believe it's young Chloe and Rachel Amber, back when she wasn't missing. Yeah, that's not a spoiler.
Yeah, and that makes sense, because that's a lot of... That's what the whole story is about, her being missing. So there's a lot they could do with that, I guess.
See, like, that's the thing, I'm on the fence, because I remember in the past, I've talked about I would love to learn more about Life is Strange and Rachel Amber, everything. But a prequel by a different studio, I'm not so sure if that's what I wanted. Like, I'm a bit worried. I'm a bit worried they'll run it in, like, they'll throw it off a cliff or something and ruin the original. Do you see where I'm coming from?
I kind of see what you mean, but then I'm like, I think they're a little bit precious about their IP, so they wouldn't give it to a studio they weren't confident in. I think you're just paranoid.
Enix, who are trying to sell off Hitman now.
I mean, yeah, that's my point. But they're very precious about it in the sense that they want their IPs to be marketable so they can sell them if they want.
I mean,
if you look at it that way, they're not going to do anything to damage their brand in this sense.
I feel you're being entirely optimistic. Square Enix,
I just don't.
Kingdom Hearts and FF7 coming by 2020, honest gov, probably.
Yeah, and they haven't arrived yet because they're perfecting them. I just trust it. I trust it. It'll be fine.
Okay. So let's move from one brand to another that has been damaged in recent years.
This better not be something I like.
Need for Speed Payback. It's coming out. It's just been announced. It's coming out on the 10th of November for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. It's from the team who made Need for Speed Rivals and the 2015 reboot, which tied in with the movie. And you've seen the trailer, Laura, so you'll be well aware that EA are focusing on the plot a lot for some reason.
Yeah, it's a very CGI trailer that's just like giving me. It's basically like watching a Fast and Furious movie. The short trailer. which, I mean, depending on your view on the vast viewers, you might like. I didn't really learn much other than they're going to continue to push storyline, and I mean, I kind of liked it when they went with the storyline live action actors. Not from playing it, but from what, like, I like the fact they were trying to, do something different and be creative in that. But then I kind of still, if Need for Speed's gonna, do well, it needs to still deliver on the gameplay front, and I don't know any more about that. So
yeah, I mean,
I don't know what to say other than that, because I mean, it's kind of like I can't really judge it based on the CGI trailer. I mean, if they do the story well, sure, but just make sure you also have the game. And
that would be ideal. I mean, so the main gameplay thing they are talking about is you can kind of gamble on your performance. So before a race, you can bet so much money on yourself winning.
I'm sorry. They've added gambling to Need for Speed.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense in many ways. Like,
that is like it's more the fact it's like glass shattering. Like, why has that not been a thing before? Like, that makes so much sense.
It fits in with what Need for Speed is, yeah.
Yeah, like the underground racing. Like, I'm betting. I should be able to bet my car and put like. And
yeah, I wouldn't do that, Laura. That's just silly. You'll never.
No, but that's what you do. I will. It's me on a pedalo. I don't know why I said pedalo, but I'm just be like, I run out of cars, I've got a pedalo. But but that's the sort of thing you see in all these underground racing movies and stuff like that. You wager your car, pink slip and all that stuff. I think that'd be cool. I like it. Okay. I'm just saying, bet on yourself.
Bet on yourself.
Unless you have a problem, you end up with a pedalo like me, apparently, in this virtual game mode.
Yep. You can pre-order it to get a platinum car pack, which will give you 5 exclusive cars. And there's also a deluxe edition, which will allow you to play the game 3 days early from the 7th of November onwards, if you're desperate for Need for Speed.
Yeah, I mean, you've got that craving. That's cool. I mean, they're like the most standard things you get as a pre-order bonus. Early access and cars.
Early access is only like a recently modern thing for like pre-orders.
No, it's like such a generic thing to give away now. It's kind of feel like if you do pre-order it, that's like your... You know what I mean? Like, it's not really mix it up with the pre-order.
It's such a non-thing you can do. Like,
yeah,
we can't be bothered to make any physical merch, so yeah.
Yeah, and then obviously a racing game, you get exclusive cars. To be fair, it's better than exclusive paintwork, I guess.
So yeah, but if you want a game in the nearer future, then why not Pyre, which now comes out on July 25th. Supergiants Games did a Twitch stream on it a couple of days ago. They are, if you don't know who they are, the makers of Bastion and Transistor, so you can be pretty sure this will be a good game. It's coming to PlayStation 4 and PC, and it's £15, although I think at the moment it's 10% off on PlayStation. So £13.50. I don't know if I'm going to buy this at launch, but I mean, if an indie developer is in my trust, it's Supergiant, because I freaking love Transistor, and Bastion was pretty cool too. Your thoughts, Laura?
I've not played either of those games.
Oh my.
Actually, did I play Bastion? I
hope you've played Bastion. You've had it multiple times.
Yeah, I think I've played Bastion. I just didn't really get into it. Not that it was a bad game, it's just not for me. Yeah, I mean, they have a good reputation. I'm not really sure what else to say about this. I feel like it's a game not aimed at me.
Okay.
It's like me trying to sell you Wolfenstein.
Okay.
Just move along.
Move along. Right. Let's see if I can sell Laura on this one. Sonic Mania is coming August the 15th, and it will only cost you £15. It's coming to pretty much everything, so Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. And the interesting thing to note is this is made by fans. So not Team Sonic or like a licensed third party or anything, but actual people who loved Sonic as children and wanted to make a really good Sonic game. And like in previews and everything, it's been doing well. So this could be like the way to make Sonic not crap again. Because this is 2D, like this is 2D Sonic as well. This is not like Sonic Forces, which is 3D.
Yeah, and I like this idea. I kind of like the notion behind it, so I kind of want it to do well.
Yeah,
for fans, by fans. It's kind of neat when that happens.
Yeah, I have confidence in this because there was a game that a few years back called Freedom Planet, which was a similar kind of thing. Originally started off as like a Sonic fan mod, and then Sega went, no, stop that. So they went, okay, cool. We'll just throw out these fake animals and bring in these fake animals, and there you go. And Freedom Planet was amazing.
What game? What game?
And that game turned out amazing. So yeah, I don't know if I'll buy it, because if you know my opinions on 2D Sonic.
Yeah.
But yeah, hey, this sounds good. If you're like a traditional Sonic fan, you might finally have a game to champion.
Woo! And also, that just means generally anyone who has taste and pursuits 2D Sonic to 3D Sonic, but that's a whole different story that I'm not getting into with Slazo.
Yeah, I mean, why would anyone prefer 2D Sonic to 3D Sonic?
I know, right? They're a crazy bunch.
Yeah. Those people, mad. So let's move on from the news. Let's move into the releases this week. I have a whole bunch, some of which are games we will talk about for 2 seconds, some of which are games we'll probably talk about for a little bit more. Let's start off though with the great classic that is Farming Simulator, back for its 2018 rendition, coming out.
Yes, boy!
Yeah, the 3DS and the Vita on June 6th. Only £20, budget release.
Things I know. You know it's summer. Farm Simulator was released. Yeah, boy. That's actually a true thing, because they always release it around summer. I don't know why, because if there's any time when I can't do farming, it wouldn't be the summer. Surely that's good farming times, but not the point.
Okay. So, yeah, it's a game about farming, just in case you didn't know. There's over 50 faithfully reproduced vehicles and tools.
No, I thought you were going to say tractors.
Yeah, that's a vehicle.
I know it is, but I thought you was just going to be tractor. I was going to be impressed by the
No. There's more to it than tractors, man. There's like meticulous plows and
combine harvesters.
Oh, and wow.
Sorry.
And a new addition this year. You can now make and raise sunflowers. Like
I didn't know that was missing. What?
Sunflowers are now in the game for the first time.
How long did you say this series has been going?
Years. There's no reviews out for this one yet, but Farming Simulator 17 had like a high 60s on Metacritic. So
it delivers. If you like Farming Simulator,
if you like, I mean, apparently, I know people who are into it, and they say it's really relaxing because you can just sit there and just happily like plow a field for like 30 minutes.
Yeah,
almost
I get that.
Like, is it ASMR? Kind of like.
Yeah,
kind of like that.
I like Train Simulator. I found that really relaxing.
Oh. Actually, I'm judging you. Everyone I know has played Train Simulator. Like, people buy it as a joke because look at the game with the £1,000 of DLC, and then they like it.
And then it's just so cool, and it's like, oh, yeah, oh, too fast, too slow, oh, hold this speed. It's really relaxing. You just don't know.
I'm not going to use that out of context at any point ever. So let's move on to an MMO expansion, which I didn't realise was coming out. The Elder Scrolls Online Morrowind, coming to PS4, PC, PS4, and Xbox One June 6th. It's of an expansion to the Elder Scrolls Online. Duh.
Is it? I didn't get that.
Yep, I'm going to pronounce this wrong because I didn't play it. It returned players to Vardenfell, which was the place where Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind took place. This expansion features a new zone, new class, new trial, new 4v... Yeah, I can't do words today. New 4v4v4 PvP mode, and 30 hours of new story content.
That's a lot of freaking hours.
Yeah, it's about standard for an MMO. So, I mean, I don't play Elder Scrolls Online, but like, it seems to be on the up and up, and having one that ties into Elder Scrolls 3 seems like a smart choice.
I've had 2 people try and convince me to buy it because they love it so much. Oh. But I don't know. I don't know if it's for me because I don't really like Elder Scrolls.
Wow.
Or I never really got into it because it's so many hours to dedicate.
But yeah, if you're interested in that, Bethesda will probably talk a little bit about it at their E3 conference as well. It'll be out by then, but they'll probably be like, look at all the people playing it, look at all the things you can do.
Yeah, they did that last time, and it was kind of like, whoa, there's a lot of people play this game.
Yeah, I remember seeing that and was like, whoa, it's not dead. And no, as I quickly learned, it's not far from dead, it's getting better. So,
if anything, it's one step away from taking over the world, based on the numbers.
It's not, because it's Final Fantasy and World of Warcraft only. But, okay, thank you, Laura.
Let me live my dream.
Okay. In that case, let's move on to the next game. Town of Light, coming to...
But it's not my dream!
Okay. I mean, I'm glad. We'll get to it in a moment. Town of Light, coming to PC, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on June 6th. It's £15, so another budget release. I couldn't really find out much about the gameplay, but it's Renee. It features a character called Renee, who is a 16-year-old with mental illness trying to piece together the world. It's kind of a game that kind of tries to deal with like mental illness and how it skews worldviews and stuff like that. It has a Metacritic in about the mid-60s. So
I mean, I like the concept idea because I like games that try to educate and inform through.
it reminds me a little bit of, and I can't remember for the life of me what it was called, but it's essentially a game where you're blind, so you can only see like the world that's pretty much immediately around you, or things that are making loud noises in the distance, and you have to try and navigate yourself around that way. And that's the thing. It was a great idea, but the game wasn't particularly well executed, so you kind of like spent a lot of time just walking in circles, not knowing where to go. But yeah, no, I like that kind of experimental kind of thing. So yeah, something to maybe check out. Next up, another game I've never heard of, Victor Vran Overkill Edition, coming to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, also on June 6th. So, sorry, I thought you had something to say there. It's an action RPG, which focuses, I believe, on one of the members of Motorhead through the ages. So, I mean, I read the description, the first thing that came to mind was Brutal Legend, but more action and less turn-based strategy.
I mean, at least it's trying something. I don't know what else would be considered like it other than what you just said.
Yeah. It's got a Metacritic score in the mid-70s as well, so apparently it's pretty alright.
It's high score.
Yeah,
okay.
Pretty alright.
Fun week.
Yep. So now we move on to one of the bigger releases of the week. Wipeout Omega Collection, going to PlayStation 4 on June 7th. It's only £25. It bundles together Wipeout HD, Wipeout Fury, and Wipeout 2048. Meaning you've got 26 tracks, 46 ships, a load of modes, and both new and old songs. There's split screen 2-player and 8-player online. If you've got a PS4 Pro, this game's been enhanced for it. And the franchise generally does like mid-80s on Metacritic. So
yeah, it's a very high regarded franchise. One of the only sort of racing-y things I've never really got into. I think I've played one.
It is, yeah.
I tried to work out.
It's what remains of the F-Zero dream of what if you're going ultra fast in the future.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never actually played a Wipeout game, I must admit, but if I was going to, I feel this would be the one.
Well, it combines everything, so it feels like it's a neat little package to.
Yeah.
And it's cheap.
Yep. So if you ever want to give Wipeout a try, this could be the one. What else have we got? I told you there were a lot of games this week. Claddon returns. This is Sengoku for PlayStation 4 on June 9th. It's pixel art, it's an action RPG in 2D where you go around slashing enemies and making an army. It's got a Metacritic in low 70s, I don't know. I've heard of Claddon, but I couldn't tell you what it's about. So, it's a game by NIS America. There you go. That's that game.
Okay. No, I have no idea. I've never heard of that thing in my life.
Okay. Moving on, Dark Rose Valkyrie to PlayStation 4 on June 9th. Now, this is kind of like a JRPG meets visual novel. Now, I thought I hadn't heard of this, and then I read about it and was like, oh wait, no, I remember this.
I've heard of this, so I hope you have.
Oh, wow, okay. So, one of the main mechanics of it is you have to kind of interrogate people, sort of like Ace Attorney and Danganronpa, because one of the people in your party is a traitor, and if you haven't figured them out by the end of the game, game over, you lose, they kill you all. So, but obviously, but if I remember correctly, you also like are using them in the combat. So, you don't want to throw away like a valuable party member if you're not 100% sure. So, I thought that was a really cool mechanic. I remember when I first read about it. So, I didn't realise it had taken this long to come out.
Yeah, I'm kind of. I've heard the name. I've seen people like tweet about it. I think I recognise the name, but I kind of hearing more about the concept. I'm like, ooh. This might be something I need to go.
I'm not gonna lie, you're going ooh just because I said Ace Attorney and Danganronpa.
No, I'm going ooh because I get to work out a traitor. That's the bit I was oohing at. I like the idea of like a bit of
Have you ever played Trouble in Terrorist Town, Laura?
No, what's that?
It's Gary's mod where it's kind of like Mafia in that you have like a load of innocent people and one or two traitors, and you have to try and figure out who would like shoot the traitors before the traitors shoot all the innocents. You might like it.
I'm on it. I'm looking it up.
Cool. You do that. In the meantime, we'll talk about the other two games coming out. We'll start off with the bad one. Drive Girls. We talked about it before, but apparently it got pushed back or something. Comes out on the Vita on June 9th. It's weeaboo as fuck if you want cute girls who turn into cars. Nope. But the other actual good car game coming out on June 9th is Dirt 4, coming to PC, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. as I mentioned rallies earlier when we talked about WRC5, but Dirt, arguably the king of rally games, I would say.
Yeah, there's not many games.
I mean, even I've played Dirt, and I don't play a lot of rally, and I enjoyed it. So
there was definitely a period where it was like a name that you list off, like you list in racing games, it'd be like first 5 mentioned.
Yeah, it's like the king of the 4-letter racing games, I guess. It was weird how that's a thing. That's actually a thing between Dirt, Grid, Pure, Fuel, Ride.
Is this why Forza's 5 letters? They were like, we don't want none of this 4.
I mean, Forza came out before, so
Shh.
okay.
Don't ruin it for me.
Yes, Laura. But yeah, like franchise is good history. So reviews hadn't come out when I checked, but I mean, I'd be surprised if it reviewed badly. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, that lot brings us out to the end of this week's releases. Anything you reckon you'll be picking up, Laura?
No, but I mean, there's a few things there I've got to Google and look at, and if I had more money, then I'd probably be, picking more up. But I'm more like, the amount of releases this week, insane.
Yep.
There's buy a new game, get into the E3 hype before E3 comes and tells you all the games you should have waited for.
Pretty much. I think this is like the final glut before the summer calm for the next month or two. Fingers crossed anyway, I need time to play the games I've got.
That is true.
Wait, what am I talking about? Arms and Splatoon? I'm doomed. So let's move on, speaking of Arms and Splatoon, to the plug section. Of course, I have got a new episode of Saturday Morning Switch. The one that's just gone live for the week is all about the ARMS Global Test Punch. I give my thoughts on the first weekend. Emphasis on first weekend, because for the second one they've added a new game mode and a new fighter. So I won't be talking about Hoops or Twintel. But if you want to know all about my kind of thoughts on it, I enjoyed it. I feel I only used motion controls, like I didn't want to use the button control scheme. And it's weird, because the motion control scheme, on the one hand, is perfect, it makes sense. Like, you throw punches using your hands, so it's perfectly replicated. You can, like, swing your hand out wide to do a looping punch. But at the same time, maybe that's a bit too much to kind of process, like, especially if there's 4 of you in the ring fighting all together, you have to process where your hands are, where their arms are, all the usual fighting game stuff like zoning and character abilities and everything, like making sure your hands are on the buttons ready, targeting is a factor at that point. It's maybe a bit much at times, to kind of, like, maybe a bit overwhelming at times for people, I thought so. But I go into a bit more detail on that and other various stuff from ARMS. Something I didn't mention in the video, but I will mention here, great music, surprisingly good soundtrack in ARMS, that like takes a core theme and runs with it. So yeah, look forward to that. Future Saturday Morning Switches will be all about E3, which we'll be getting onto in this podcast as well in a minute. So yeah, look forward to that, and look forward to some other stuff coming to our YouTube channel soon. It should be hopefully coming out this month, that we should be having some of the old Party Chat podcasts should finally be appearing on our channel.
Yes, that's going to be awesome.
It is. You can hear us all back when Squiggy was shy and demure, and we had people like Mike and Darren every week. So look forward to that coming this month. Anything you want to plug, Laura?
No, it's still all working. Just be excited. Stuff is happening.
Thank you.
That's all. I'm going to be mysterious. Stuff is happening.
Stuff is happening. Like Squiggy. Maybe he'll appear. Maybe we can promote that, Squiggy's grand return to podcasting on a day.
Maybe.
But now it's time for our topic of the week. If you've been listening to the past 3 podcasts, you'll be knowing we've been talking all about E3. We talked about Sony, I talked about Nintendo, we talked about Bethesda and EA and Ubisoft last week.
Oh, by the way, that's the other thing we didn't mention in it, but Aisha Tyler now confirmed not to be Ubi.
What's the point?
I've lost all my faith in Ubi. I don't even care for the Just Dance segment anymore.
It's like, what's the point? Like, this is the whole point. I watch it for Aisha Tyler to make fun jokes, and now I get to watch some terrible developer who'll probably try and make a reference to Girlword and look like a complete tool.
I'm not gonna lie, when they bring out Beyond, if they bring out Beyond Good and Evil 2, you'd be like, nope, never mind. Back your I'm
not gonna lie, you said that, and for a moment I thought you were gonna say if they bring out Beyonce.
And you're like, who that? No pop culture here, who that?
No pop culture.
That would be good.
But yeah, so that means that this week we're going to be talking about Microsoft's E3 conference. Except I don't own an Xbox One, so I'm going to throw it over to the girl who does own an Xbox One.
Right.
Over to you, Laura. Take the lead. Walk me through it.
As we're going to talk about some E3 2017, and you said you don't own an Xbox.
I don't.
Well, this is the E3 where, once again, they try to convince you to buy one because, as expected,
I remember when they did that last year. They were doing a great job until the end.
They were doing, but this is it. This is the great job. The great job at the end is when they announced the Scorpio existed, and this year it should be the year the Scorpio is probably front, centre, and showcase.
What if they announced the Scorpio S at the end, Laura?
That would be awful. I mean, generally, basically, we should be seeing the final design because obviously, things have. It's been a while.
It's a black box.
Okay, the specs, designs. I hope they make it blue just to annoy you. But the more important stuff, which I'm sure you're very interested in, is we're going to need to know the cost and release date is rumoured to be hearing, and also the fact that we haven't got an official name yet because it's Project Scorpio, isn't it? So we might actually get a name. At least E3, I think they should just call it Xbox Scorpio, to be honest.
Xbox 0.
Don't do that.
Xbox 1.5. Xbox 2.
No, oh god, can you imagine the memes if that happens? The amount of memes, but I don't know about you, but I'm expecting it to be expensive.
I mean, I think we kind of went into it a bit a while back when the
PS4 Pro.
No, not the PS4 Pro. When they when Digital Foundry got a chance to go through a load of the specs, and if I remember, 450, I think, off the top of my head.
Yeah, I think that's what you went for. I mean, a lot of people were saying not above £500.
Over 500 would be suicide.
It would, basically. It is a very powerful console because obviously you said about Digital Foundry, they revealed how great the specs were inside. How great it is. So but I think a lot of E3 will be dedicated to Project Scorpio, is what we're expecting. I will be surprised if we don't get the three main, the name, the price, the date. I don't know if it's going to launch this year. I can't remember what year they said. I mean, let's say I just can't actually remember if they promised it this year, but E3 should be where we find out everything. The other thing that I've been reading up about Slazo in my research is the VR experience that I don't currently get on my Xbox One. I don't technically get it on my PS4 because I haven't invested, but that's not the point. This Project Scorpio is obviously going to be accommodating a full VR experience, and obviously we should be able to learn more about how they choose to do that. I mean, apparently, I didn't know
Oculus
this.
Rift, isn't it?
Yeah, they've
been partnering with them for years.
Yeah, they've been partnered with them for years, but we haven't got how it's a full. A lot of people say it'd just be an official partnership, but like it announced, show it off on the Scorpio. But as for now, we don't really. No, I mean, what I do appreciate about it is the fact that I don't know if I feel this would be the segment of the Microsoft conference that I'm going to go get a drink and everything, because I really don't care for VR. So
whatever happened to HoloLens?
I don't know.
Because they did that demo and it was phenomenally impressive.
It was really cool with the Minecraft stuff. Was it Minecraft?
It was Minecraft because they went, here it is on this table, and I was like, what? Holy
I mean, maybe that's what they mean by full VR experience. That's what it's full VR experience is to do with the Scorpio. So maybe that HoloLens is going to be...
Maybe. That would be cool, because HoloLens was impressive.
It was. But, no, we're not there for... I mean, if they don't sell you on the Project Scorpio, I feel like you're not going to care about the next bit of the conference, Slazo. Oh. But we're expecting to see Forza Motorsport 7. You're a big fan of Forza, I know.
I'm a big fan of Forza Horizon, yes.
Yes. Or do you not like Forza Motorsport?
It's a bit boring. I mean, okay, I've played a couple of them, and they're the same game.
Oh, well, you know what they're going to do, Slazo? If Forza Motorsport 7 is, to be expected, is then officially unveiled at there, we're not going to drop a car from the sky, I don't think.
Are we
I
not?
mean, they might. I mean, I'm not.
But that's how
I don't
they
know
do it.
But it's definitely, if they, I would expect to be shown off on the Scorpio, because if you want a visually beautiful game, you might think it's boring, but I think you probably agree that Forza Motorsport is normally a looker.
It's like the third prettiest.
Oh, third prettiest, alright. Okay.
Behind both of Sony's.
Okay, if that hasn't got you, Microsoft also, this is confirmed to be at E3.
Confirmed?
Crackdown 3. That game they revealed ages ago.
That.
Like Gamescom and other things, and then it kind of went a bit thing. It was revealed back in 2014. Can you believe
2014? Christ almighty! I thought it was 2015.
No, 2014. I'm all London in this. 2014. Obviously, it's been loads of how's it going, because you haven't heard much about everything, and a lot of people were excited when it was first announced. but it's apparently confirmed to be at E3. I haven't found the official confirmation. It's basically everyone's confirming it, so
Okay.
it should be. If it's not there, generally this is when you should start panicking. But apparently it's another game that's going to probably show off the Scorpio's power, which is what the delay was about. Because if you remember, they were going on how big the area is going to be, and you could destruct and destroy everything, and it was going to be bigger and better. But I don't know about you. The Crackdown series, I only ever got into because of a beta, and I didn't like the follow-up.
I tried the first one, and it was okay, but it was never anything that made me think this is the future.
Which is kind of thing, because it looks like Crackdown 3 could be set up to well, it's the only confirmed game, but the big one at Microsoft conference, though.
I don't think it's got the britches to wear that. So.
I agree with that sentiment. I didn't even think it was enough to carry Gamescom when it headlined that a couple of years ago. Not the point. Anyway, also we should be expecting to see Sea of Thieves, another game that was a highlight of E3 last year. Yeah. We haven't got a release date, but it should be. I mean, it was revealed last year, and I didn't understand what was going on until I went and rewatched it again. Because it's like a whole social multiplayer thing, and I was really confused. But then I was like, oh, that's a cool idea. I kind of get it more now, like the pirating thing.
Yeah, it sounded like Rare finally making something they wanted to make, so I'm interested in that.
Yeah, that should be there. So this might be how you get sold on a Scorpio, by the way, by the sounds of it. You'll be happy to know, as an anti-Halo boy, there's been confirmed there will be no Halo 6 at this year's show. But they apparently have revealed that there is a little something for Halo fans, which a little something could be something from DLC in another game, like you know how Warthog was in Forza Horizon 3. If that's what it is, it's like, yeah, you want ODST2. I mean, I'm holding out the everlasting rumours of a Halo 3 remaster are a thing, because I like me some Halo.
Okay.
No?
So
okay.
I mean some monster.
I mean, to be fair, they're like the confirmed rumours, but other than that, it's kind of really quiet on what to be expected. I mean, a few weeks ago there was rumours that Red Dead Redemption 2 would be showcased on the Scorpio, but that was before the delay. So, not really sure where we stand.
They can still show it.
They can still show it, but I don't know how much. Yeah, but I'm just saying, I'm not sure if it was not further along than people thought. But it's the third party thing. I mean, Sony are now like the third party people that get the DLC in that first, so I don't really know what to expect from Xbox third party. To be fair, I do think they're the most exciting E3 conference this year. I mean, maybe not for you because you don't own one, but in terms of you just don't know what to expect this year. And Phil Spencer did come out and say it's a really good lineup. He seemed really confident, so you feel like they've got tricks up their sleeve.
Right.
I mean, but I just don't have a clue what they could be. I don't know what I even want. There's rumours of a new Tomb Raider game, obviously, because you know Tomb Raider always likes to make an appearance. Is that going to be an Xbox thing again?
I hope it's not exclusive again. That did not work out for them last time.
No, it did not. I mean, I have it. It was alright. I didn't even like it though, so.
I mean, I haven't actually played it yet. I own it. Whoops.
No, but yeah, I don't know what did you expect Microsoft to bring? Because Gears in terms of third, do you expect Gears of War 5?
Not 5.
Because I want Gears
I
of War
expect
5.
Gears. I mean, 4 was the last one that came out, right? Or was it 1 remastered?
No, it's 4.
4. Then I expect 2 remastered.
Okay. So, you expect them to... They remastered 2, though, didn't they?
No.
The whole collection is... Or you could download it with backwards compatibility.
You can download it with backwards compatibility, but the first one's the only one they've remastered.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's more the fact because I just remember Gears of War 4, which I got in my hand.
Oh, you're the Gears of War fan.
I know, it's because they did the Gears of War collection, and, you know, and everything, and then you also got when I bought Gears of War 4, they gave me, like, Gears of War 1, 2, 3,
well, I mean,
and...
maybe they'll do it as, like, the equivalent of the Master Chief Collection. Maybe this will be the time we get Gears of War Collection, and it happens to have Gears of War 2 remastered, alongside 1, 3,
do that
and
again. I mean,
Judgment.
The Gears is a thing they can milk, to be honest. It seems to age alright as well. But, yeah, to be fair, I would love Gears of War 5, but I don't think they're ready for that.
It's a bit early.
Next year. Next year should be good, but I don't really know what they can really... What's left. No, Scalebound got cancelled.
Well, no, because they renewed the thing on it, didn't they?
Did they? Oh, so basically that could be alive.
It could be. It's a long shot, but it could be.
Yeah. See, because I was trying to think, like, I do agree that if they're confident in this, and I was looking at stuff they can go to, but we've kind of got, like, Halo... We know where Halo's at, we know where Forza's at, you know, the announcements going into E3. So I don't know what else. And we know where Crackdown is, obviously. Sorry, but it's what other Microsoft franchise. It feels like it's got to be something new if they're going to be putting it out the bag.
No.
You don't believe in anything new.
Microsoft don't do new.
I know, but they should start.
Name the last time Microsoft made a new IP.
Sea of Thieves, technically, innit?
That's more rare.
Damn it. I was going to say Scalebound. Damn it.
Scalebound would have been the right answer, but that got cancelled.
I don't know. I've got nothing. This just shows it's about time, Slazo.
Wait, what are your Quantum Break team doing?
Being upset. Remedy Games.
I'm pretty sure they're doing more than just crying into spilt milk.
No, I don't think they're exclusive anymore, are they?
I don't know, Laura. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that was the big thing. They announced they would be working on multi-platform games as well.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I was going to say, I don't think they're a thing anymore. I'm just having a look. They're working on 2 different projects, apparently, related to thing. They got a partnership with Smilegate, and they would handle the single-player story of Smilegate's upcoming game, Crossfire 2. So that's one of the projects.
Okay.
And Project 7, Mystery Project, is for Windows, Xbox One and PlayStation 4. So they could be there, showing it off, but then the way things went with Quantum Break, I don't know if they're...
How about Sunset Overdrive 2?
Okay, see, that was always long rumoured and apparently happening, and I would love that, to be fair. That would be... I don't know if I'm, like, in the minority of that, though.
Okay. I don't know, you've played it. This is your section.
I really enjoy it in the sense that if that came on stage, I don't know if you just do that a brief mention or whether you get a whole thing on it. I don't know if people are as...
You do a trailer, I feel.
Yeah, I just don't know if there's people are as hungry for Sunset Overdrive as they could be. But that would be a nice surprise to have on stage, especially as Insomniac Games are currently doing the Spider-Man game, right?
Yes.
For PlayStation 4. So it'd be nice to have something for the Xbox One audience.
Okay.
So, yeah. But in terms of other things, I mean, you probably get... I don't think Call of Duty is going to be there because, Sony.
Battlestorm 2? Is it Battlestorm?
Battlefront?
The one by the Gears team that wasn't Gears but had a beta for Gears.
Oh, but Bulletstorm.
Bulletstorm,
the one
that's it.
that's been released.
No, the remaster got released, but we were talking
remaster,
about, would that potentially be something for Bulletstorm 2?
Right, well, to be fair, judging by the fact that I've seen it get re-released and no one talk about it, other than the fact it has some groovy box art, I don't know if it's got... It seems a little too soon after remaster to judge on how it's done, so I don't expect that.
Okay.
Just for that reason. Okay. I mean, I kind of... The thing is, that's what I'm saying. I think Microsoft is the biggest mystery at E3, just because they seem pretty confident. Like Phil Spencer saying on Twitter, it's going to be a great game and lineup. They're going to be launching the Scorpio, so you expect them to want to have a, fresh lineup of you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Even though there's a backlog of Xbox One games, you think they want to show, hey, you can get this and all that. But guessing what they're going to bring other than their favourites, it's hard. Because everyone seems...
Fable?
Maybe.
I mean, Lionhead are obviously gone, but...
That's the thing, Lionhead got... So, it's an interesting... I don't know what else you could do. I mean, it'd be pretty cool if they did another Fable game, but then do you do another spin-off or do you go main?
I don't know.
I would prefer main, but I just don't... I'm kind of is this wrong that when Lionhead ran it, I kind of was oh, that's Fable gone, even though it technically isn't?
No, I understood completely.
Yeah, I kind of accepted it.
Lionhead was Fable more than Microsoft in many ways.
Yeah, so I kind of that's the type of thing. It's a lot of it. I'm oh, I'm done. I guess I'm trying to think of anything. I guess I don't think we'll get a Dead Rising again. Because 4 didn't sell as well as the 4. I like Dead Rising 4, I still think.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think maybe we might be seeing a lot of stuff from Ubisoft and EA feel the thing, but then they seem really confident, so I'm expecting surprises. Slazo, don't ruin this. I'm expecting surprises.
I'm not ruining anything. I expect cool things from Microsoft. I don't know if they will be the one to watch, as you seem to be implying, but...
Well, I just think they seem confident and I can't work out what it is. I think they might have the more surprises this year. I just don't think Sony could deliver more surprises.
But is new Halo, new Gears, new Forza really surprising?
It won't be Halo 6, so depending on what it is, it could be surprising. New Gears, I get you on that, but it's more the fact that I'm expecting...
Microsoft tend to very much go, here's a new cool piece of tech.
Yeah.
and
definitely
here's the same games.
Yeah, see, I'm thinking, it's probably more wishful thinking that they'll do something else this year, but that's me. That's basically what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, you do tend to get what you expect from Microsoft in the sense that we're guaranteed Forza, we're getting something Halo. You're predicted a Gears of War thing.
Yeah, because it's one of their 3 pillars.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I think it's going to be the most surprising one, but you could disagree with that, and we'll find out on E3 and have to break it all down.
We will.
If it's Sunset Overdrive 2, I'm going to slap you and be like, how do you know Microsoft stuff?
What can I say? I make games. But, so, there you have it, kids. A look at E3. So now you can listen back to the last 4 podcasts for our impressions and previews of each of E3. Because when next we come to you, E3 won't be a passing memory. We'll be in the middle of it, actually. Assuming we're just going live on Wednesday. Because I'm pretty sure we're just not doing anything special this year in that regard.
No.
Not that I'm aware of, anyway. Don't ask me. I'm on holiday. So...
Wow.
Yep. Just Baron Corbin style. Don't care about this. So...
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. So, look forward to our E3 roundup and hype when we come to you next time in episode 87. But in the meantime, if you want to see what we think about E3 as it happens, then why not follow us all on Twitter? You can follow our main account at Retro Remastered, or individually, I'm at Slazo King, Laura is at Law, and nobody else works for Retro Remastered, so that's fine.
Hey. You can give us John Squires, at Geordie Squires.
Yeah, at Geordie Squires. Just be like, where you at? Get podcasting, yo. Stop making Slazo do everything. You can also check us out on Tumblr, which I believe is at The Retro Remastered.
Correct.
It is indeed.
We got an ego when we're on Tumblr, hence the duh.
Yeah. Subscribe to us here on YouTube to know exactly when new episodes of Party Chat Podcast, Saturday Morning Switch, and anything else we might do come out. And I believe that is everything. Any housekeeping I've missed, Laura?
No, that's perfect.
Perfect. Just
Excellent
like me.
Excellent hosting.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So we will bid you all adieu and see you next week for episode 87. Merry E3, everybody. Bye-bye.